death the injury occurred. Whether it be a laceration, whether it be a bruise or a hematoma, and we can also grade it whether it's only superficial or going deep. With regards to the toxicology report from the forensic department from All India Institute, and I would tend to say the All India Institute is above board. It's one amongst the premium institutes in Asia, in fact. There are certain documentations of levels which have been found in the blood and the viscera, which includes alcohol, and it includes certain painkillers. But like I mentioned in your show yesterday, there is a documentation of an anesthetic drug. Now, whether this anesthetic drug was in fact given to the deceased, whether it was injected or whether it was given in what dose, in what duration of time, it is almost impossible to say. I cannot, as a medical professional, determine who has given it, whether it's X, Y, or Z, and under what duress it was given, or whether the disease fought back on it. But generally you will not find lignocaine or lidocaine kind of medication and certain other medications as 6 or 7 different stains, yes, either in the linen surrounding the patient, that's the clothing, and also the personal clothing of the deceased.
Now I want to ask you, Dr. Bagai, you know, for a moment, if you were to speculate on why these bruises could have been caused, what would you say?
It's Rahul, to be fair to the departed soul and to be fair to the family of the deceased on either side, and to be fair to the investigative authority, be it the police or the forensic department of All India Institute, I think it is best determined by the people who actually did the autopsy.
Yes.
But having said that, if there are injury marks at any part of the body, we tend to correlate it as to what kind of injury and at what angle and at what force the injury was subjected to on a particular human. So I think if there are injury marks, it is definitely a note of documentation.
It's a note of documentation. That's interesting. Could a natural cause death result in these bruises,
also,
doctor, in your opinion?
Yeah, also Rahul, sir, probably not. I'm also trying to correlate what has been found in the forensic report with what is seen as the microscopic examination of the body, in which there are changes in the kidneys, in which is described as acute tubular necrosis. There are changes in the lungs and the internal organs, including the stomach and the intestines, which show hemorrhagic patches. So perhaps it is hypoxia, which is lack of oxygen, or subjected to particular acute or chronic drug ingestion. That is difficult to say. Although the autopsy report, I did not find what levels were found in the body with regards to the 4 particular avenues which they had mentioned. So we need to correlate it with the levels which were found in the body and the viscera, whether they come into the fatal range or toxic range or near fatal range. We need to document what did the injury actually cause the hemorrhagic patches in the stomach or the intestines, or was it the medication which was given which caused the acute tubular necrosis? So these are things which actually need to be fine-combed a little bit more.
Okay, let me just go across to Payal Mehta. Payal Mehta, you tried yesterday to speak with authorities. You tried, of course, to also speak with the AIIMS panel doctors. You also tried, of course, to reach out to the Delhi police and also the NCW. Now, we're getting news that the NCW, and we're going to just be breaking this, that the NCW might in fact be thinking of stepping into this matter. Now, the NCW is contemplating, from what I've heard, Payal, seeking an action taken report from the police. What would this amount to? Just talk us through this.
Most certainly, given a case like this, and of course looking at the investigation and the way, the past investigation, and if you compare it with now that we are speaking with the facts in hand, Rahul, that clearly shows that there was certain loopholes somewhere. The Delhi police should have, submitted the entire detail. One of our panelists was even mentioning the fact that there was crucial evidence which probably was not submitted in its totality, which was absolutely grim to a case like this. We have in fact spoken to the NCW, and they are looking into the minutest of detail as far as this case is concerned. Given the fact that high profile cases like this sometimes are able to probably get some kind of an influence under them. So that is also the angle which is not being ruled out. Also, Rahul, we have the assurance from the government also now that we've spoken to Venkaiah Naidu, the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, who also clearly says that if medical examination like this shows, then it will only be fair that this entire investigation goes through. There is probably deeper investigation and a thorough investigation into this entire matter.
Okay, let's keep this graphic on air.
People are saying that
let's keep this graphic on air, Payal, and I just want to draw in once again Dr. Bagai. Dr. Bagai, it seems to me that the authorities are now beginning to take this seriously. We're also getting reports that there might be a situation later on where the government might even call for a CBI inquiry, just like it did in the case of Gopinath Munde, the late minister, who died in a crash. Now, Dr. Bagai, you were here yesterday. You went through the entire report, the toxicology medicine report. In your mind now, you are pretty clear that there were two chemicals that caused the poisoning. You mentioned them. Now, how easy is it to access these chemicals, and even if they were prescribed by a doctor, how easy would it be to get them from chemists, etc.? And I'm sure you could track these down. And if there was a reason for anyone to take these chemicals, first of all, why would they do so? And if they had a reason to do so, would it not show up in the Viscera report?
With regards to the four things which were mentioned in the toxicology report, I think alcohol is not a prescription medication. It is readily available in a 5-star. I guess it would be more readily available. With regards acetaminophen, it's a painkiller, anti-inflammatory. That's an over-the-counter drug. You can pick it up without a prescription. My concern really is on sedatives or medicines which are neuro and respiratory depressants. So they decrease the function and the viability of the brain and your respiratory tract, your chest, your lungs. And lignocaine is something which is routinely not found in homes. It's a prescription medication, and it should be used and only used under medical supervision in a medical setting.
Right. Okay, Seher, I'm handing this back to you. This is the visual confirmation we were talking about, the visual confirmation of these bruises. These bruises tell their own story. The police have their work cut out. They need to investigate. They need to find out why this has actually happened. This has been information that was being withheld, but after the police has gone down into a complete denial mode, I think the time has come to make some of this public, some of this evidence, some of these startling details public, so that we also get a sense, those that have been watching this get a sense of really what is transpiring.